Um, I just want to confirm if my people on YouTube can hear me, because for me, the importance of people on YouTube hearing me is because once the live comes to an end, we still have to go watch it, binge watch on it. So it will be pointless if we just continue with our TikTok family and blue tick the YouTube family, because we'll have nothing to go back to. You see, you get what I mean. Yeah, but let me do the intro. When I Blackberry, my love, are you here on the same topic? Because me, I just want to do the intro quickly, and then maybe you can take it away. Hey, my darling, I hope you're not 15 or 20. Blackberry. You know, guys, what's a Blackberry? Rombeida. Okay, Blackberry is also gone. Okay, cool. Let's do the intro quickly. What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. My name is Perseverance Maremeni, also known as Madam Speaker, also known as the CEO of Self Love. If you're joining for the first time, welcome to the family of healing, self love, and motivation. And if you're returning, thank you so much for the continuous love and support that you are showing me. Yeah, I tried to go live the first time, it didn't work out. I hope this time around things work out, because we really need to get this ball rolling. I hope you guys are good. I'm just gonna start things all over again. Today we are here to talk about a lady by the name of Queen Nandi, who was trending yesterday and still trending even today. She took a video where she was live on Facebook saying that she's being evicted from her house and her things are being thrown out by the lady called Vuyiseka. Now I got the name right, ne? Vuyiseka, because Vuyiseka gave her a place to stay, but according to, like, I'm gonna tell both the sides of the story. And like I said in the first live, which I'm not going to speak as if you guys were there, because I would just like to assume that you guys were not there, is that Queen Nandi shared her side of the story, which is that she's been kicked out of the house, and with her being kicked out of the house, what is this? She took a live and she says that the lady who she paid rent to, who is Vuyiseka, actually is hijacking the building. Sly, thank you so much, my love, for switching between YouTube and TikTok, because I appreciate that, because I needed to be sure we are live and people can hear us on both sides. So thank you so much, my love. You deserve a salary of my 50,000. Hey, Jesus. One day I'll afford you, don't worry. Anyway, as I was still saying, guys, that lady by the name of Queen Nandi is the one who was live on YouTube, or was live on Facebook, saying that she's been kicked out by the lady called Vuyiseka. For those who don't know who Queen Nandi is a lady she's a reality TV star. Ne? She was on a show called Pastor's Wife, and very controversial in my opinion. And with her being on that that thingy, that reality TV show called Pastor's Wives, at the end of it, she had to be evicted from the missionary house. I did say that in traditional churches, when they give you, when you're ordained as a pastor belonging to this branch, they even give you a house where you stay in. Some they give you a car, some they give you a salary, the same salary that I'm saying one day I'm gonna give to Sly. So maybe that means Sly, I can give you a salary and a missionary house one day. Ne? So after that, the church, they were in trouble, basically, with her and her husband, with the board, the church board, and they had to be evicted from the missionary house, or they were homeless. So between her being evicted from her house to her now being evicted to this new house now, I don't know what happened in between. But all I remember is that after that, she was trending again, I think sometime last year, for posting pictures of herself in her undergarments, ne? And abazalwane were on top of her. They were like, ah, yeah. Hi, bazalwane. What kind of bazalwane? Even the tattoo here at the back was showing, lower abdomen, lower back, not abdomen. So the bazalwanes were complaining. They went ballistic. Bazalwane, they were crazy. And she was like, I don't care. I don't give a damn. I don't care. It's my body, my rules. I can do whatever I want. You get what I mean? And now she's training again today. And it turns out that she's got baby number 7 now. She's got a newborn baby, guys. And the main thing that I wanted us to talk about today is, where do you draw the line when it comes to helping people, and also people who don't have their circle, like you don't have your inner circle. Where is your inner circle? In this day and age where we are cutting people off so much, to what extent do you cut people off? So when Vuyokazi when not Vuyokazi, when Queen Nandi went live yesterday, she was actually saying that she is she working? I want to get to Vuyiseka's side of the story now, which is actually the reason why we are here. That's what I'm saying. I was hoping that Vuyiseka will share the story, because apparently she was actually renting that house for 8 weeks. The contracts was saying she was supposed to be there for 8 weeks because they were shooting they had some production thing going on. So she even had to move her furniture into Vuyiseka's house, and then she didn't want to move out, Like, I have a lot to say, a lot to say. Number one, after all of that came to an end, and Vuyiseka gave her a house for her to rent. So according to Nandi, she says that she paid rent, and Vuyiseka is trying to hijack the building. She's not a nice person, and this and this and this and that. Therefore, she's trying to expose her, And she says that Vuyiseka knows the police. She's got the connection with the police, so the police are not helping. Her kids are locked in the house, and whatever, whatever. So Vuyiseka was basically trending for not being a nice person. You get what I mean? So with her trending for not being a nice person, it turns out that now she had to reply to that, And when she replied to that, that's when she said that actually it's not true. She didn't just wake up in the morning and decide to hijack a building. She didn't just kick what do you call this, Queen Nandi, out of the house. So basically what happened, according to this is Vuyiseka's side of the story. Her side of the story is that number one, the contract was that the agreement was that Queen Nandi is only going to stay in her house for 8 weeks, which is the duration of the production, whatever production they were having. These reality TV stars don't know what they do. Number two, the agreement was that I've got Unati Nzumbe invites you to co-host. I don't know, Unati, because now my problem is that I'm waiting for one person. I'm waiting for Vuyiseka, so I don't know if Unati and Vuyiseka is the same person. Ne? But anyway, as I was still saying, guys, that Vuyiseka's side of the story is that the agreement was that Queen Nandi is supposed to stay in her house for only 8 weeks. Guys, I'm not judging people, but I will never, ever, 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 ever understand people who go and rent out a house in sandton. Guys, sandton. Like, you out of all the places, you have money to rent a house in sandton. Sandton. Hi, guys, you have money. You can pay bond. You can buy Mkuku cash. Proper cash. You can buy Mkuku cash if you can rent out a house in sandton. But anyway, I'm not judging people. So now she says that she rented a house for 8 weeks so that they can do the production. Rudzani Prince, thank you so much for joining. I spoke to Vuyiseka earlier on, and I had said that I will dial her in for her to come in. If you're still here, please holla at her and tell her to come enjoy the live so that she can share her side of the story. Ne? Anyway, as I was still saying, that this girl, she decided that they gave her a contract. Vuyiseka agreed that they're going to give her a contract of 8 weeks for the duration of the production. So when she was busy doing the shooting and all that stuff, she said she wanted to bring in her furniture. Allegedly, this is according to Vuyiseka. She's going to bring in her own furniture so that it will look like it's her house. And then once all of that was done, and apparently Vuyiseka was friends with to a certain degree, with Queen Nandi, because she was even giving her sometime apparently she gave her 5,000 rent because she was not having money for the kids. I'm talking about somebody who has got 7 children. The other one is it's a few weeks old. It's a newborn baby. Ne? It's somebody who's renting, guys. Ne? I'll judge at the end. I will say my opinion. You can call it judgment at the end. But now I'm still just trying to tell you guys the story, how it goes. You get? So according to Vuyiseka, after all of that, after the whole shooting and whatnot, apparently, allegedly, she was supposed to leave the house before the 10th, ne? And then now Queen Nandi is not moving out of the house. Oh, my sister John Manje, because so Queen Nandi is now trying to team up with the people that she was supposed to. There were people that Vuyiseka is buying the house from, who were trying to scam her and get her to pay their debts. So now Queen Nandi is getting up with those people, those Malawians, against Vuyiseka for her house. Like, it doesn't even make sense, I gave you a roof over your head for you to do your shoot and for you to have a roof over your head with your children, your 7 children. Literally, apparently, the 7th child was born in that house. You get what I mean? And then when it's time for you to move, okay. I thought you were correcting me, ne? So now, after that, hi, Ngida, how are you doing? Salamu toka Kenya. What does that mean? Anyway, as I was still saying, guys, ne, that with all of that, now apparently, allegedly, according to Vuyiseka, Queen Nandi, when they were moving her stuff out, like nicely. The things that were packed, they were moving them out of the house. She then went and messed up the whole things, now started throwing things on the floor. Then she went live on Facebook and say, look at what they're doing to me. This is what they're doing, and whatnot, and whatnot, and whatnot, you know? And for me, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, my sister, anyway, as I was saying, nah, I'm gonna come with my judgment. This is my judgment. Hey, you know what? Things are gonna get worse because I know she doesn't like me, even this Queen Nandi girl. Phew. My sister, I feel like every chance you pop a baby, the opportunity for your medulla to work must increase. Like your level of seriousness about life must increase with every baby you pop. Like that, babies don't deserve to be brought into this world so that they can suffer because people's brains decided not to work. Like, I feel like that, okay, guys, yes, you can say I'm judgmental. Yeah, say I'm judgmental because I'm judgmental, really. I feel like if you don't have children, you can be as reckless as you want. And your medulla does not have to, you don't owe anybody a functional medulla if you don't have children. But once you pop baby number 1, you must start tightening the screws. Baby number 2, tightening the screws. Baby number 3, tighten the screws. Baby number 4, hi guys. Baby number 7, your head should be functioning. You should be the president of this country. You should be the president of this country if you're going to pop 7 babies. My 7th medulla. You are thinking about now. You want to live for now. You want to impress us social media people for now. You want to look for the camera nice for the camera now. You are homeless now. You want to rent a house in sandton now. I'm not judge girl. Me, I'm judging you. I am very much judging you. I am very much judging you. Me. I know, because Jesus, I can already imagine this part. Only this part where I'm saying I'm very much judging you. Trending. Because these days my opinions trend. And now, my thing is that with all of that, with all of that, where you are having kids, you don't have a home, you feel entitled because somebody gives you a roof over your head. When it's time for you to move out, you throw tantrums. You don't wanna move out, and then somehow you wanna go live. Guys, people on social media, when it comes to such things, they won't help you with nothing. They won't help you with nothing. People on social media will help you with absolutely nothing. Because let me tell you something, guys. This is the reality of the matter. Every time when I hear people reaching out to my PR, saying, no, Madam Speaker can make a plan. Madam Speaker can make things happen. Madam Speaker is the girl that she thinks that she is. When they want me to pay their 8,000 rent in mid-rent. No, please gather money for me. 8,000 rand, 11,000 rand. My rent is due. My sister, that time the person who is handling my admin is somewhere in Soweto. And you think she will make a miracle to gather 11,000 for you to remain in mid-rent because you're entitled. Because you look at me, you feel entitled, Urina must help you. Let me tell you something for free. Free of charge. People will feel sorry for you. People will support you with their mouths, but people will never support you with their pocket. Guys, let me tell you for free. Again, now we are telling each other things for free. We are not paying. This is for free. Let me tell you something. With everything that I have lost, not even a single person ever donated a single cent for me to start from scratch and build and have what I have. Alone, I had to scratch. I had to mwapa fasi, mwapa fasi. Literally, guys, I'm telling you that even when I said, hi guys, I bought a new house, no gift registry, not even a single person has ever gifted me because the world owes me. I'm a Madam Speaker, you know. I inspired you guys. You got here, you saw my story, you realized, I can actually live a toxic relationship. I can actually start afresh. Guys, nobody else, none of you here. 544 this side, 101, 108 this side. If anybody can tell you they ever gifted me, even with a comic, a mug, this one, for my house, because you understand me and my pain and where I come from and what I've been through, therefore you will help me. None of you. None of you. I'm also judging you. I'm also judging you, Bazalwan. You never helped me with nothing. I had to scratch the surface and start from scratch. And now we are sitting here. We have people that are popping babies. I will not shy away from this one. Queen Nandi, I know you don't like me. You might as well not like me times 100. We have people who are popping babies. And you feel like to a certain degree, when you turn on your camera and you tell your story, they owe you. They're not coming, my sister. They're not coming. You will get 1 or 2 brand deals from Pampers. They will sponsor you. Your baby will be there on the cover. You will get 1 or 2 TV shows. But if your medulla is not working and you don't want to have a cuckoo, you will go and rent a house in sandton. My 7's medulla, girl. My 7's medulla. The medulla must work. In fact, the medulla must be working overtime. You cannot have an unemployed medulla when you are popping babies. No, my sister, no, I judge you. I judge you. And now this lady, not that I'm taking Vuyisega's side of the story, but now look, guys, I always get chills. Like, if I'm going to rent a house, oh, Jesus Christ. If I'm going to rent a house in sandton, if I'm going to rent a house in sandton, I must be having a 3-story house somewhere. There is no way. There is no way I'm paying rent of 22,000. Yo, Jesus. See, for rent when I have nothing to my name and I have procreated. Oh, guys, our kids don't deserve this. How about they don't? Gone are the days where kids are being born and we're saying, uzawunyusa lo mzi. I'm giving birth to you so that uzawunyusa lo mzi. You will lift us. They didn't ask to be born. You can't do that to your children. Someone's salary, my sister. When I grace, someone's salary. And then when things are now not working out and you are biting the hand that feeds you, based on the story, is the hand that is feeding you. You are biting it. And you think people on social media will back you up. They're not coming. They're not coming. Lebu says, I feel sorry for the kids. So do I. If you can hear how Vuyiseka was speaking, those kids have been traumatized. And also the part where she says that the kids were locked up in the house. Yeah, and herself, the mother. You guys, this is a private conversation that I had with a lady by the name of Ntombe. I'm going to bring it to you guys here today. This may not be realistic. It may not be truthful. You can correct me. This part, you can correct me. Those who know more than me, because they are speaking from experience, please correct me on this part that I want to say. Mina, here's my thought. I feel like when you have one baby, especially when you suffered before you can have this one baby, you will treat this baby like an egg because you suffered so much to have this one baby. When you have 2 children, you can relax a bit now, because you know how it's like to be a parent. It's fine, even when the baby falls, you'll feel pain, but you won't take sick leave for yourself because your baby fell. You get me, ne? When you have 3 babies, no, now you have, I don't know what to call it in English, ne? Nikofuwa zwino, nofuwa zwino. And you can still manage 3. You can manage 3. I don't even know where's the husband at this point when I grace. When you have 3 kids, I know you are proper used to being a parent so much that you can't even be too clingy to your kids. But at the same time, you love them. But at the same time, you're an expert at parenting and stuff. Like you are borderline, you are balancing as a parent. When you start having 4, even if it falls, you just pick it up like this. Get up, let it get up. Leave it, it will get up on its own. When you go to number 5, my sister, you're not even feeling pain at the lower word. You're just popping. You are in the business of procreating. You are fruitful and you are multiplying. When you get to number 6, you are in the baby farm. Guys, I don't know if you watch the series Baby Farm. But you know the series Baby Farm? That's the part where you even send your kids away. This one, let it go stay with its rich uncle. They in the bundles. This one, let it go stay there. That's when you are on number 7. When you're on number 7, hey, you have strangers in your house. Like it's a hostel. So, my opinion, I said, this is my opinion. Now, when you have that many kids, you don't respect them anymore like that. Because you are one. And guys, I'm not saying you are like this because you are not a human being anymore. But because you are one person. You cannot be too detailed to the T to 6 kids and give them the same attention. 6 kids when you only have 24 hours in a day and you still are supposed to take care of yourself. You are somewhere, somehow, you'll be negligent. It's that you will neglect yourself, you'll neglect your career, you'll neglect those kids. Something must be neglected along the way. Otherwise, if you want to manage it proper, you must have 6 nannies. You get me, Bazalwan? You get me, ne? Uti Utandi, that's why she gave birth at home. You understand? Like you are such a pro in this thing. You just go, achoo, baby comes out. Achoo, baby comes out. You don't even have respect for those babies because you didn't fast and pray for, you didn't pull a Hannah. Do you know Hannah from the Bible? They even thought she was drunk. She was busy mumbling. If you give me this one child, Lord, I will give it back. Only one child. She was mumbling. She only wanted one child because she knew the trauma of not having children. But the minute you now get used to delivery room like that, you can even deliver your own baby. I even saw on Facebook someone pushing out their own baby. That's when now you are delaying the labor room now. Now you delay the labor room. So what happens when you delay the labor room like that and you have so many kids that you don't even have respect for? You are locking them. It is in the room. All 7 of them, it is in the room. Now you become abusive to your kids. You only have 2 hands, by the way. Guys, trust me, I'm not judging. Because I am one person who believes in multiplying. Ne? If I was blessed enough, Shem, with a good womb, ne? And a rich husband, ne? With a head that functions, maybe I was gonna have 4 kids. Yeah, maybe I was gonna have 4 kids. But now the only thing, there are only 2 reasons, 3. 2, 3. 2. There are 2 reasons why I'm unable to make more than the 2 kids that I have. Yes, I desire to have more because I want more relatives for myself. I don't want to give birth to 2 kids who are going to be whopping each other and fighting. I don't want my kids to grow up feeling lonely and all that. So I feel like I really want to make more kids. Ne? You know? So, but now, my issue is number 1. When I'm pregnant, I'm sick. I'm sick as a dog. Like, I must book the hospital from the first 2 weeks when I find out that I'm pregnant. I must be booked in hospital. Every 2 weeks, I must be at the hospital. I'm thin. I'm like a dog which ate tin fish. I'm dying until I give birth to these children. Like, my pregnancies are just complicated. You understand? So that's one. That's the one reason why it's difficult for me to actually make a baby. But I still want, my heart really just wants another baby, guys. But because I know my situation, I don't go sneeze in the labor room and the baby comes out. Number 2 is my problem number 2. Ne? 2 more. If maybe I can have twins, I think I would be happy. Because I really want to make relatives for my kids. I want to make relatives for myself. But I don't want to make relatives to a point where I start disrespecting kids. I feel like I underestimate the process of actually bringing kids to this world. You get what I mean? It's totally, totally wrong. It's totally, totally wrong, So like I'm saying, or enough for me, I feel like, guys, if you're going to give birth, remember this is a permanent decision. That's why for me, it's very important that you should never ever make a baby and say you are gifting a man with a child. You need to be very ready to have this child. So much that even if the man is not there anymore, you can still raise these kids. I'm not talking about being able to be financially independent enough to raise the kids. Because I believe in child maintenance. I believe the person I made a baby with must help me raise that baby. I'm talking about you being mentally ready. So much that even when the challenges come, where you feel like, I want to take this baby and throw it away, you will hold on to it. You will love it. Because you will remember the day you pray to the Lord and say, Lord, I want this baby. Lord, I want this baby. Therefore, that baby, I don't advocate for living for our children. Like that thing, we no longer live for ourselves, we now live for our kids. I don't believe in that. Because when these kids grow up and they live their best lives, and then when you are sitting there lonely and miserable because the kids now don't have time for you anymore, you'll be saying, I abandoned my future. I abandoned my husband, my boyfriend from so-and-so because I wanted to be a mother. And then now you become a toxic mother now. Now you want to be a boomma. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you don't live for your children, you live with your children. But can you manage them? Guys, can you manage them? Because clearly, if you still want to, you want to put up a front, an appearance, I need a house in sandton for my shoot. My sister, you have a bigger problem than the shoot. You still have university times 7. Times 7. And God knows, maybe now even you are brewing another baby. So you'll be having university times 8 because Lord has blessed your womb. It will be now university times 8. But what matters to you is having a nice house, a rented house in sandton where you will come in and go, and people will respect you and people will look at you and they see that you are living a nice life. You are renting a house in sandton. My sister, if I was close to you, I was going to give you a hot slap across your face for renting. First of all, before we get to the other things, I was just going to give you a slap across your face. Sis Nandi, if you are watching this, I know I'm short, but I'm not scared of you. If I was close to you, the first thing I was going to do, I was going to slap you across your face for renting a house in sandton. I was going to slap you across your face for renting a house in sandton. Because I said benzile. Because clearly, if you had money, if you had that type of money, you were gonna buy a house in I don't know where. I don't know. Even Mkuku, these days Mkukus are for sale. Guys, 22,000. But 27K per month. Guys, 27K. If you can pay 27K for rent, you can take 27K and pay and buy and build them cuckoo and finish it. Oh, what? Her friends, Zah says her friends must really be honest with her. Does she have friends? Let's start there. Does she have friends? Because the first people that you must cry to before you cry to social media about your putting your videos on social media, you must have called your friends to come and pick you up. If you are staying at a house of a lady that you just met recently because of the whole situation, where are your people? Where are your friends? Where are the friends that you knew all along? Let me tell you, I once had a friend. This friendship didn't even last for it lasted, I think, for 3 months. Like literally that girl, the way she's just traumatized me, I'm still going to talk up. I'm still gonna do a story time separate about this girl, how she traumatized me within 3 months. And now since I cut her off in December 2024, it's 2025 June now, we're finishing June, but I'm still traumatized. Meaning that the amount of time I've spent away from her is more than the amount I spent being friends with her. But the traumas she left me with, I'm still traumatized even today. Even today, that girl traumatized me to the core. The minute she becomes friends with me, she calls me her BFF. She wants to go home with me. Christmas time, she wants to come and spend Christmas at my father's house. Everywhere I go, she wants to go. She no longer, where are the friends that she has before me? Where are the people she wants me to call her 7 times a day? When I'm not calling, she's like, you are too quiet for my comfort. Let me tell you the one thing that she pulled off, that I knew I need to get rid of this one before we cross over 2024. I was going to studio to record. And after recording at the studio, she said I must come and sleep over at her house. Already I was feeling uncomfortable because she was overwhelming me. She's psychotic. So I was like, yeah, it's fine. I'll come and sleep over at your house. But first, I need to drop off a client in Pretoria, from the studios. Because the client was not comfortable with using taxi and all that stuff. Did this girl not slide into Temba Lukele Skin GP's DMs to Eba me and tell him, hi Temba, please speak to Pacey. Pacey is not safe, she went to drop off a guest in Pretoria, it's not safe for her. Hi bo. She don't even know Temba Lukele from a bar of soap. And when she told me, I was like, why didn't you cover me to my father? Why didn't you tell my father? Like, my Remeni is alive and kicking. Why didn't you tell my Remeni what I'm doing? Why are you telling Temba? Patung, you don't even know him from a bar of soap. He's not even friends with you. He's my friend. And you are here stabbing me to him. Oh, this girl was extra, guys. I'm telling you, I'm trumps even now. Like, okay, the last kick of the dying horse, I won't tell you. This one, it will wait for a story time. When you hear me saying story time, the friendship that lasted 3 months but left me trumps, you must go and watch it. I will tell you the whole story. That girl traumatized. She traumatized me. So, what happened to her friends before she met me? What happened to her friends before she met me? Because what happened to Nandi's friends before she met Vuyisek? Where are they? There's something wrong with you, my friend. Yeah, there are people who are not friends people, like who are not really good with being friends and all that stuff, so much that even when they're talking, even when they are with you, they interact with you, they won't be obsessive over you to say that they're trying to move a button from somewhere and bring it to you. The way they will interact with you will tell, no, this one is not used to having friends around. Mara, that one, you can tell, oh, she's bringing the whole baggage. She wants my son's numbers. My son. Ah, I love that boy. You'll be like, hey, mama, please tell your friends. They're not my friends. I have my own friends who will call me. Tell your friends not to call me. Ah! Matapelo says, my question, why is she always the right one, and everyone is wrong? Who? My sister. Who? To be Stefina Petronella. Yo, my sister, me, I'm Troms. Excuse me, Lalo, talk to me, my love.
No, vent.
No, I'm having I'm crashing out now. I'm having a crash out now. Now this whole Nandi situation and her not having friends that she can actually call. Guys, like, I mean, I'm not judging to such an extent, ne? And then I will never say that I'm one person who struggled because I didn't struggle because I didn't have friends. I know my friends' limits. Let me tell you, when I was going through my divorce and I didn't have anything, my friends were relieving me. The other one was like, listen, I'll pay transportation for child's school fees. The other ones were like, no, we will pay for Stockfell. That Stockfell that you're saying you are canceling because you can't afford anymore, we will continue. We will do this. People were just volunteering to do things. Those are my people. So even when I say I'm struggling, I don't have much, the basic needs were taken care of by my people. So even when I was sharing with you guys, I was not sharing because I want you guys to come to my rescue. I was just sharing because it's my journey and I prefer to share it publicly. Not because, guys, listen, I'm about to be homeless with my kids. Please give me a roof over my head. Even when I was saying I was going to become homeless, I already had a friend who was going to accommodate me. You understand? So where are Queen Nandi's friends? Where are they? My sister, me, I'm judging you from January to December, 24/7, 365. Lalo, talk to me, my sister. And I heard she doesn't like me. Yo, Jesus, she's going to come for me. Ah, Jesus.
Don't judge other children when they are going through stuff. Don't
Talk
judge
to me.
other children.
What's your take?
Eh?
What's your take, my sister?
I don't even know the story you're talking about. I'm just listening to your rant, Shem, and I'm thinking, judging other children is not nice because we don't all respond the same way, you know.
I mean, that's why I'm saying.
What I know is we often make mistakes of assuming some people are our friends when we are not their friends. So that also challenges that also comes as a challenge when I assume I am your friend and I'm not your friend.
You find out the hard way that we're not friends.
Yes. And then here I am jumping all hurdles, going to the moon and back, trying to show you are my friend and I've got your back. And when you're looking at it, you're thinking, this one is going cuckoos. She's crazy, this one.
You know what, my friends? Let's save a room. All I can say, my sister, is that always have a room for disappointment, even with friends. Always have a room for disappointment for everyone. But I want you to sit here. Wait for me. Don't go anywhere. Vivian, my love.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. I knew you were going to come with something.
I am here, my sister.
This thing of Nandi, I hardly comment to such, but I had to say it.
Yeah.
And thank you for the platform, our queen.
Thank you so much, my love.
My 2 cent input is this, and I hope what I'll say it will help someone.
Okay.
I think this thing, Yadi content, we are now obsessed with Kayona, and we don't even have limits anymore.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, people are obsessed with creating content, unnecessary, and people are abusing their influence.
Yeah.
To a point where influence that you have, we're supposed to be using it correctly, but not to abuse it.
Yeah.
I am judging her personally. First of all, if you don't afford Udula Kosentin, what are you doing there? What are you doing there?
My sister, exactly.
And
there's nothing wrong with starting afresh, That's where you get your power.
People are so obsessed with content and living fake life. It's not funny anymore. Because they don't even differentiate between reality and a movie.
And guess what gets to suffer at the end of the day? The innocent children that we bring into this world.
That will be the end of us.
Yeah.
Because first of all, she knew that there's a problem between the landlord and the owner of the property.
Yeah.
Then she took advantage of that because she was trying to hijack the property because she knew that there's a problem between the
Yeah.
landlord and the owner.
Yeah.
You know, so she thought because there is an issue there, she'll get away with it. She'll get away with not paying and hijacking property.
Yeah.
That's what she thought. And then she knew that she's got a huge following. Then she thought she would get a sympathy because we're so quick to sympathize with these things without asking the right questions.
Yeah.
I am judging her. First of all, you can't have 7 kids and want to stay in Sandton. There's nothing wrong with staying for Soweto. Beautiful people, if you can afford it. There's nothing wrong. And your friends, they will help you if they see originally you are trying, you are not being fake. We'll help you. But if we see Uruena, you don't have, and then you still want to portray the image, I think this reality shows we need to start now really, really assessing them. Is this reality or fake or what's going on? So people are obsessed with content than now their reality.
Yeah.
Her reality is she can't afford where she stays.
Absolutely.
That's her reality. And her reality is saying to her, the reality that is facing her, woman, how do you rent and pay 800 rent in a guest house per day? 800 rent. And when you are being evicted, do you even have time to take videos?
You're about to be homeless with your kids.
With your kids, when you are still going live, I don't think I'll have time for that. That's what I'm saying. I'm judging her. Something is not normal.
My sister, you know,
You're about to be homeless.
you know, with me, my thing is that I think I can kind of relate with Unandi because I'm also to a certain degree very controversial. So I'm very much quite aware that not everybody who follows me is my diehard fan. Some of them are people who don't like me but don't want to miss out on anything. So with her being controversial, even in her opinions like that, she should know by now that half of the people that are following her, she cannot do something so reckless and think that those people are going to back her up. You know, sometimes they don't even back you up even when you're doing something, when even whatever it is that you're fighting is the truth. You get what I mean? You can't do that risk. You can't take that risk.
You know, there are some things, Queen, where you can be controversial. But now the reality is you're about to be evicted. It's winter with your 7 kids. No, man. She needs to wake up.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You understand? So I think it's about time we start now facing reality. I love your story. I started following you. You started from scratch. It's an encouragement. Look at where you are.
Yeah.
Those are the stories that we need. You've never been fake. You've always said your truth.
Sure.
You know, so we're sick and tired of women that are fake. If you can't afford Sandton, leave Sandton. And then now I don't blame the landlord.
Yeah.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
Now if you are in my property, you don't pay, I'll kick you out.
And the landlord is being taken advantage of, you know, and she has no shame in it. I feel so sad for the landlord, by the way.
Kari, I'm the landlord. I've kicked 2 people out. You don't pay, it's my property. We'll talk and negotiate in court because the law, it has loopholes. I have no time to evict you through courts. I'll evict you personally.
Yeah.
Me, I've done that twice.
Hi, my sister, Mina Shame. I think if I had to get to that point also, I'll do it. I would
No, it's
kick
my
you out.
property. We'll go to court. And if I'm wrong, I'll face it there in court. But we
But
are not
in the
going
meantime, you
to
are out of
court
my
while you're
property.
Still in my property. Yes.
In the meantime,
I'm
you're
not
out of
going
my
to go to
property.
court with you while you are in. Now I've changed locks 3 times. I've thrown things out. I've done that. So it's about time we face reality. If you can't afford, you can't afford. Leave Sandton alone.
Thank you so much, my
And if
sister.
you can't even afford Soweto, leave Soweto alone.
Thank you.
back
Go
home.
to this Lali. Go to the villages.
Go
Batum.
back home.
Yes.
You know, we shouldn't be sympathizing with nonsense. Sometimes we need to tell people things the way they are. If you don't have it, go back home. Go
Thank
back
you.
to Ilale, you know.
And that's
Please.
on period.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my
Thank
love. I
you
love you,
so
love you,
much,
love you,
eh.
love you long time.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. Kulu.
Hi.
Hi, my darling.
Hey, wait, I keep saying this is just way beyond. Wait, when I think about this, I'm thinking about the kids that she has. She's not thinking about the kids. She's not looking. I don't know. Guys, cause about she took wrong decisions. Kur, when she does things, she must think of her kids first. I always put my kids before anything else.
Yeah.
Like those kids are growing up, they're going to school. Imagine when they grow up and people see such things on social media. And then when they get to school, they hear such things that your mom did this, your mom did that. How does it's bad. It's very bad. So we are going to judge her. She's wrong. She must just change her mentality.
But
Like,
also now
honestly,
the big question is, how do we help the kids, especially not her, because she's on a baby popping factory mode. But how do we help the kids, because the kids are here, and as people who
and they didn't choose to be here.
they didn't, they didn't.
They didn't.
That is the most dangerous thing
Yes.
about existing on this earth. You just land here on planet Earth, you realize that God has decided to give you to some parents whose heads are not functioning, and you're like, how? Mara, you are giving other children to Bomutsipe. You must give me to this type of mother, this type of father with the head that doesn't work.
Imagine if she went to the location and paid the money, she could have paid 4 months rent with that money she was supposed to pay there. She would have gotten that money and got a stand in informal settlement, got Mkukua 4-bedroom.
But she was not gonna get the contents for us, with her furniture and all that stuff.
No. We all start somewhere. It's nice when you are down. You will always come back. You pick yourself up. You get yourself together. You move forward. That's all about it. It's not about what happened today. It's
There's
about
absolutely
tomorrow.
no shame in starting afresh, guys. Starting afresh is such a flex. It's a flex these days. Yes, it's hard, it's painful, I wouldn't recommend it, but there's power in starting afresh.
Exactly, and it will humble you. You will also know yourself as well.
Yeah.